Yes, sir. So, good evening, sir. My name is Aditi Deep. I was born and brought up in Gaya, which is basically in Bihar. I have done my matriculation from DAV Public School, CRRC Gaya, and intermediates from Param Gyan Niketan from Gaya itself. And for pursuing higher education, I moved towards Jamshedpur, where I am currently pursuing my Bachelor's of Computer Application from Netaji Subhas University. Uh, my hobbies are exploring in internet, gardening, and spending time with nature. And I want to be a full stack developer.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
okay, good. What is a full stack developer?
Sir, in full stack developer, we basically deals with the front end part. Then for back end, we use different programming languages. Uh, as of now, I'm trying to learn Java, and for database, we use and for maintaining data, we use different kind of databases. Uh, which are MySQL, and some of apart from this, if we don't use non-query based database, then it is a MongoDB.
Mhm. Okay, good. Uh, so, uh, Aditi, what is you have heard about variables. So, you just tell
Yes, sir.
me, uh, what is a local variable?
So local variable is a variable which scope is limited to its chunk of block itself. For example, if I declare for loop, then if I write the code between the its curly braces, then its scope is limited between that curly braces itself. We cannot access it outside the loop.
Okay, and what is a global variable?
Sir, global variable is a variable which we declare in the class itself, but its accessibility it's throughout the class. And for example, as I said, if we declare another variable, suppose which is outside the class, so we can access it through using access modifier like public or private.
Okay, and what is the difference between this static and global variable?
Sir, in static variable, its range is limited to its class itself, and we don't need to create any object. And if we change and if we done any modifications inside the class, then that object within the class itself, it reflects all the changes to that object or the class. And if I say about global variable, then we access it throughout by making another objects outside the class, and use different access specifier. But in case of static variable, we can't access through other access specifier. Only
Okay,
static method can access the static class variables or objects.
okay, okay. And Aditi, you tell me, have you heard about volatile variables?
Yes, sir.
So, what is a volatile variable?
Sir, volatile variable is basically a variable in which we used to perform read and write operations uh, in the main memory itself. So whatever we made changes or do modification, deletion, insertion, stuff like that, then it will reflect to that a whole class variable. For example, if we made changes in a thread, if we made some insertion operation in that thread of that class, then it will reflect all the changes to other thread as well of that class.
So, what do you think? The uh, correct current value of any volatile variable. is getting retrieved from main memory or cache memory?
Sir, from main memory.
Okay. Okay. Uh, do you have any idea about the programming language C?
Sorry, sir.
Do you have any idea about the programming language C? C language.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So, what is a C language and how it is different from Java?
So basically, C is a procedural programming language. It follows top-down approach in which we divide a huge problem into small chunks, and then we solve individually that chunks, and then we at last we integrate that chunks into a solution, and what we to a solution of that problem. But at vice versa, in object oriented programming, we followed bottom up approach. In this we know the solution, but we have to find what is the problem of that particular solution. In C we use pointers, but in Java, as what I am learning right now, basically comes under object oriented programming. In this we don't use the concept of any pointer, because it pointer basically deals with the memory management. So it hampers the security of that problem. So and if we made changes to using a pointer, then it is very difficult to debug. And if it causes any error, then it will hampers the whole memory of that particular problem. So in Java, the concept of uh, mm, pointer doesn't use. Instead we use dynamic memory allocation is used. uh, then in C we use structure, which is we say it is a prior version of class and object. uh, in structure we access the method or variable using dot operator. Similarly in object oriented programming we use objects to access the methods and functions of the class. uh, Basically, object oriented programming, we use the concept of class and object and different other features like encapsulation, polymorphism, um, inheritance, uh, inheritance and abstraction. But in C we don't use all this kind of stuffs. um, uh, if In C we use uh, the um, concept of um, Calloc and Malloc, whereas in object oriented programming or Java, as I'm saying, we don't use Calloc and Malloc function, because here we use array list, vectors, etc. for memory management. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Aditi, what are the new features that you know in Java and that was introduced after 7? Like in Java 8, what are the different new features?
Sir, in Java 8,
Yes.
collections, which is collections, and as you say, lambda expressions,
Mhm.
which I have read in the last class.
Okay. Lambda expression is there. Collection was introduced earlier. Next, after lambda expression,
After generics, sir.
no, it was in JDK 1.5. It's okay, no issue, Aditi. It was good.